Michael Robbins. That was extraordinary, because that was rather sad about Michael Robbins, as you know. He had a problem and died from it. I could tell you a very sad story about him, but it was extraordinary, because things happen. He was rather a religious sort of fellow, you know. It wasn't bad, not nasty, but not a holy Joe, but good. And I had so much regard for him. Ronnie Wolfe got through to me one day and said, "Would you come and do a thing?" He said, over East End of London on a Sunday. We were going round to the pubs on a Sunday morning. It'd all been arranged before, and we went to 12 different public houses on a Sunday morning, when normally there's not many people about in the pub, you can imagine. They were all packed out because they knew we were coming, and Michael Robbins and I went with the bus, and we went to each pub with this like waste paper basket each, and collected money from people, and they were all giving money that had been stacked up in the pub anyway. We got something like about £12,000, which was a lot of money in those days for an area that had unemployment in it, you know. And every pub we went to, the people were shouting and yelling and laughing and things, all this like that, you know. And when we finished, Michael shook hands with me and he said, "Stephen, will you say a prayer for me?" And I said, "Yeah, what, Michael, what do you mean?" He said, "Will you?" I said, "Of course I will." I said, "You're not serious, Michael." So he said, "Yes." Oh my God. Well, some weeks later, I was in Panto, and at about the third day I was doing it, I got this, waiting to go on stage. I was doing Ebenezer, and near at the start of the show, and I got somebody said to me, "You wanted on the phone, Stephen?" I said, "I can't." I said, "I'm waiting to go." And he said, "It's Anna Karen." I said, "Oh my God," it was on the wall. I picked it up and she said, "Stephen, I was with Michael, he's just died." I said, "Oh my God. Oh my God." I said, "All right, thank you." I put it back. And what he'd said to me before and all that, and as I went on, I said, "I'm doing this one for you, Michael." It was my prayer. Well, it was the most extraordinary thing I can remember. Everyone was coming off the stage and they were saying, "What about that then? What about that?" The audience were going mad. Never before and never afterwards. It was extraordinary that day. That was strange, wasn't it? And that was it. And I knew that Michael was there. He believes in that sort of thing, and I believed it as well. That was extraordinary. But that man, all that Sunday morning, going to all those pubs, was laughing and joking with people and saying, like, knowing that he was going to die very shortly, but he was giving no indication whatever that there was anything wrong with him. Wasn't that a marvellous thing to do? That's the sort of people they were. We had lots of odd and strange things happening with the buses. It's extraordinary. God. I even went abroad to do a show in Holland, a one-off comedy show, and they took a London bus, honestly. And it was great what they did in the studio in Amsterdam. They drove this bus in to the studio, about 400 or 500 people sitting there waiting to see us, you know. And the bus was driven in, these baked doors, packed with all the cast on, including the band. So the band was playing as we came through the bus like that, you know. And me shouting, "Come on, get out," and the audience knowing, you know, in advance what we were going to be like, you know. And just as we came through the door, the roof smashed in on the bus, the top of it. Because, no, sorry, I got it wrong. It smashed in as we went out. Because what they did was, they said to me, "Oh, the bus apparently was about 3 inches too high to get in the studio," and they were shocked, you know. So I said, "Let the air down out of the tyres," and they did that. And then they said, I said, "You can put the air in afterwards when we're doing what's that," which they did. And as we drove out, it went the other way and smashed the top in. But it got an enormous laugh from the audience. They like things that go wrong.